What is up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood Vilesyder here, and I'm bringing you another video finally. I've been getting absolutely destroyed by university work. So I'm bringing you another Becoming a Pro. This episode was requested by a guy off CG by the name of Hazard Ace. It's taken me a little while to get here, but I've finally gotten here. I thought this topic was fairly important and kind of taboo, to be honest, because it's something that everyone sort of has to deal with, but no one really sort of speaks about. And that topic is the topic of kicking people from a team. I might end up breaking this down into a couple of videos, into sort of like maybe 4 or 5 minute videos, just so it's a little bit easier on you guys, because no one likes to click on 10-minute videos for some reason. So anyway, here we go. I've been members of various teams over the years, and sort of more often than not, I wasn't even in their teams, but sort of playing along beside them, just with other core members, just filling in, or just general gameplay in public and whatnot like that. What I got from that is I listened. I just sat there and listened and learned the way people communicated and talked to each other. They were much older and much wiser, so it really led me to learn how to talk to people, and more importantly, how to talk with people. I spent sort of, honestly, most of that time just my mouth shut, instead of just like screaming like any other 13-year-old would. And yes, I did start very young, at probably about the age of 13, playing with people that were far older than myself. What I learnt from all this time, just sort of being a pretty passive, impartial listener, was the way people act and the way they react to the way you speak, and just the general tone of your voice. For these videos, you guys don't want to hear me droning on for 10 minutes about my life story with like a simple, monotone, average voice. You guys want to hear something exciting, and I try to do that. I try to sound excited and pumped up, and just generally like I'm on like various drugs and caffeine, which probably really doesn't come off like that because I'm usually pretty mellow and calm. With my team, when I'm playing, I aim to have just like a typical low-level monotone voice that's easy to listen to, that's easy to hear, that's easy to understand. I try to be as calm and clear as possible, just so it's easy to understand my call-outs and communications, and so I really don't affect my team's attitudes by the way I'm speaking, which is obviously a big deal, which I spoke about in one of my mentality episodes. What I'm sort of getting at with this stuff, or a little bit of this stuff, is speaking in a community, you have to earn that right. You have to earn the right to speak, you have to earn the right to be listened to and to be heard. You don't get this by talking shit or just posting crap on the forums, and this is the same for a lot of teams. Just people have a tendency just to start off with bullshit, and you don't need that. You have to earn the right to speak by listening first and having something beneficial and constructive to talk about. Okay, and finally what I'm getting at is all of these things, they sort of gel together, and this stuff about voice and tone is amounting to the way you speak to your teammates. So one of the hardest things is to tell someone that they need to improve or there's something wrong. It's really daunting, and it's often aggravating for both parties, especially if nothing is said, that sort of you let it snowball into something bigger than it really needs to be. And from just my basic playing in different teams and my quest to like a professional standard team, is I've learnt from just trial and error that being just completely straight up and honest is really the best option. There's nothing easier. So just basically be clear and open, and for the love of God, be prepared with what you want to say, and try to stick to the facts. Don't make up things, don't lie about things, because I find that when people are angry, they get defensive and they want like perfect examples of exactly where they went wrong. And it's often hard to do that when you know, and everyone on your team knows, that there's just some genuine things they need to fix. So even if you're the most timid and shy person, you really have trouble speaking to other people, here you basically learn. Try and avoid doing things via text, because people have this massive tendency to be total keyboard warriors. And it's a lot harder to be a tough guy with a keyboard, and it's sort of like coming up against a person with a pre-prepared list of things that need to be changed, that they need to work on. I really recommend that voice chat via either Skype or Xbox Live or whatever PlayStation 3 has. I don't know what they have, little Bluetooth mic thingies. I really recommend that's best, because obviously it's near impossible to fly over to someone's house just to tell them that they're not very good at the game. Alright, I'm going to cut this here and make the rest of part 2 just sort of have like a series of tips and tricks. I really want to see how this shorter video goes, see if it gets more clicks and likes and whatnot. Anyway, thanks guys. Part 2 will be annotated somewhere on the screen in a couple of seconds. See you there.